everybody. This is the story behind the song Heartbeat from my album, I Guess I'm Not Alone. This is one of my favorite songs, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It started with that winding guitar and that off-kilter drum beat. I was playing along with that, and it created this moody little piece of music, and immediately I started singing the lines, "Look at me, I'm barely breathing. If you listen close, you can hear my heart beating." And right from there, it almost started writing itself. I used that odd music to kind of inspire the lyrics, so I wrote the line about the heart beating is a two-tick rhythm because of that weird drum. And then I incorporated the things about trying to erase every piece of him. It became a huge devastation breakup song right from that winding guitar and the weird little drum. And I just kept writing, and then I came up with a synth line of that do 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 do, and I realized that's the chorus. That's heartbeat, drum beat, love's death complete. And then I wanted to change the melody, and I wrote my two favorite lines of the entire song is, "And everybody's moving, but I'm still soothing my heartbeat. Everything is ending, but I'm still pretending to have a heartbeat." And those lines are the whole umbrella of the entire song. That's what that whole song is about. You're absolutely devastated and crushed, but all the world around you is still going on, but you can't move, and your body's being all weird to you because you're so devastated by this relationship breaking up. And so the rest of the song, I just went with the rhythm and anything about body movement and that, and it all came to me really, really fast. And I was always so impressed that it conveyed everything that I wanted to say about what that feels like. Because everyone's felt that. And I think everyone's always surprised by how hard something like that can hit you. I have been in a long-term relationship forever, a very happy one. But I went through this other stuff. I think most of the people I dated had a worse breakup than I did. But one breakup that affected me has affected me for a long, long time. And that's what this song is referring to. I go back in my mind and my feelings, and it all comes rushing back in that moment. And so I get to convey that. I get to feel that again. And whenever I write these songs about bad relationships or a bad dude, it's usually that's one guy that I go back to. So he's given me a lot of lyrics, but still it wasn't worth it at all. But so that's where all the lyrics for Heartbeat came. But at the time I was working on the song, I was actually working on an album that was more lighter and fun. And so obviously the song was never going to fit in there. And I shelved it. A lot of reasons because of that, but also because I thought the music, I knew there could be more to it. I thought it could be a really good pop rock song if I had the right music, and I just wasn't able to do that. So I put it away until I decided to do I Guess I'm Not Alone, and I knew that this song was perfect for this album if I could just get the music right. And so I went to Devin Tait, because he's a musical genius in my mind, and I asked him if he wanted to work on some of these songs, and I was hoping he wanted to work on Heartbeat, and he did want to work on Heartbeat. Devin added all these great synths and extra drums and other instruments, because he likes playing around with weird little instruments and adding all this cool stuff, and made it exactly what I wanted it to be, except for I hated my performance, and so I kept re-recording my vocals and sending them back to him to remix it over and over and over for years. Like every time we were in the studio, when we were recording his album, or I would go over to his place and we would re-record it again and again. And so I could tell you how long ago this was, because we actually went and he had a live show, and he just reminded me that it was in 2012. But Devin Tait and the Traders had a live show, and I got to go sing with him, and I got to sing my song Heartbeat, which I sang with the live band, which I don't get to do very often, and it's really, really cool. And actually, Justin King, who directed the video for Heartbeat, played guitar on Heartbeat that night at Foo Bar, and it was amazing. And people responded to it really well. And then we performed it live again with a different group of people, and they really liked it too, so it gave me hope, and I knew it was a good song, and I was seeing people like it. It was just, and I knew I could perform it because I was doing it live. I just couldn't get it on the track the way I wanted it to. But so we kept recording it, and finally, I don't know how many tracks of vocals there were, but Devin got it all together and mixed it all together and made it what it is, which is an amazing song, and I love everything about it, and I love singing it, obviously, since I sing it a million times. But I'm going to keep doing it. If I ever get to do a live show, or if I can figure out a way to do a live show from here, it's going to be on the set list, and probably on my set list for years to come, because I think it's so much fun. Even though it's a really dark, moody song, I think people relate to it, and I relate to it, and I think it's just a really great song. And I thank Devin for making it what it became. The video started because I was talking to Justin King about directing my video for the song Tear Up This Town. But my ideas were intricate, and it involved people and other things, and I happened to mention that I also want to do a video for Heartbeat, but I just had one little simple idea, and when I told him that, he said, well, that we could probably do with a green screen and just the two of us, and it could be done fairly easily. And so I'm like, oh, great, yay. So my little idea, all I thought of in my head was it would start with me and my lips singing the song, kind of like Rocky Horror Picture Show, and then kind of pull back, and then I would look devastated and broken, and I think I accomplished that quite well. But the rest of the video was him. But what he did, instead of this Rocky Horror thing, he actually, when he did the editing, it now looks like Videodrome and Debbie Harry, which is 1,000 times better and more like me, because somewhere Debbie Harry is always in the back of my head, I guess. In fact, my friend told me that when she saw the Lonely Calls You video, she said it reminded her of Blondie video. I'm like, well, maybe I made a Blondie video because in the back of my head, I was probably doing that. And so that whole Videodrome thing looks so cool, and he did such a great job on the video, and Devin did such a great job with the music, and it is one of my favorite songs, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And I have a special guest because Devin actually is kind of here, so he can tell you a little about his thoughts on making the music and the song Heartbeat. So, thank you.
So, hey there, I'm Devin Tait, and we are going behind the story behind the song for Heartbeat by Bradley Jacobson, off the album I Guess I'm Not Alone. And this song we actually started working on together quite some time ago, because back in 2012, we actually played it live at Foo Bar in West Hollywood. So I had my band at that time, Devin Tait and the Traders, and Bradley joined us so that we could perform his song Heartbeat that I had been helping him produce. And I did play a little melodica there on the recording, as you'll hear. I also added some different synthesizers and other drum beats on top of what Bradley already had in the song. So this has always been a favorite song of mine, of Bradley's, just because I think it has a great beat and it's very accessible pop rock song. So that is why I wanted to perform it with him, and that's why I wanted to help co-produce it, and I hope that you enjoyed it too.
And everyone is